Most men think a woman leaves them suddenly. She packs her bags, walks out, and it seems like everything was fine one day and over the next. But the truth is, that's never how it works. She didn't leave out of nowhere. She didn't leave because she stopped loving you. She left because she stopped loving herself while loving you. This video is for men who want to understand the truth, the hard, raw truth, behind why a woman walks away and the deep emotional journey she's been on long before she ever makes the decision to leave. It doesn't start with a fight. It doesn't start with an explosive argument. No, it starts with something far quieter. A look, a feeling, a subtle shift in her heart. At first, she starts voicing her concerns. Not with anger, but with hope. "We need to talk," she says. "I feel disconnected," she says. But each time, it's brushed aside. And in that moment, she begins to question if her emotional needs even matter. You see, when a woman doesn't feel heard, when her vulnerability is dismissed, something happens inside of her. She stops talking. She stops asking for attention, for care, for love. She starts to accept her emotional neglect as normal. But here's the thing. It's never normal. And when she realizes that asking for connection is only met with indifference, she starts to emotionally withdraw. She doesn't fight anymore. She doesn't argue. She goes quiet. But inside, she's already said goodbye. There's always a breaking point. A moment where the quiet becomes too loud. Maybe it's a comment. Maybe it's the 100th time you've dismissed her feelings. Maybe it's the day she cried and you didn't even notice. It's that moment when she looks at you and instead of seeing a partner, she sees a stranger. The man she once loved is still there physically, but emotionally, he's long gone. And that's when she knows she's done. But she doesn't leave with hate. No, she leaves with disappointment. She leaves with the realization that nothing is going to change unless she takes control of her own life. By the time she leaves, she's not angry, she's not resentful, she's indifferent, and that's what men fail to see. You think her silence means everything's fine, you think it's peace, but it's not. It's grief. She's already mourned the relationship. She's already let go in her heart, even if her body hasn't left yet. And when she walks out, it's not out of vengeance. It's out of necessity. It's her choosing herself over the version of her that's been dying slowly in the relationship. And when she leaves, you'll try to apologize, you'll try to change. But by then, it won't matter. Why? Because you missed the real problem. You see, the issue wasn't that you didn't love her, the issue was that you didn't love her in the way she needed to feel loved, you didn't see her for who she really was, and now, it's too late to fix that. When a woman feels emotionally neglected, when she has to beg for attention or affection, she begins to lose respect for the relationship. Love isn't just about being there physically, it's about being there emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. She asks for connection, for communication, for understanding, but every time, it's met with dismissal, invalidation, or worse, silence. And that silence is louder than any argument. Respect is the foundation of a relationship. When it's gone, the relationship can't survive. She stops seeing you as her equal, as a partner, and when that happens, she starts emotionally checking out. When her vulnerability is seen as an inconvenience, when she feels like a burden instead of a blessing, she will eventually withdraw. She'll stop sharing, she'll stop trying, and she'll stop caring. In the beginning, you were attentive, affectionate, and present. But over time, that effort fades. You assume she'll always be there. But love isn't a static thing. It needs to be nurtured, consistently. When every argument turns into a fight, when communication becomes hostile or completely shuts down, the emotional distance grows. And over time, it's that distance that becomes too large to bridge. She does all the emotional labor. She plans, she listens, she nurtures, but when that labor is not reciprocated, she starts to feel like she's in the relationship by herself. You stopped appreciating her, stopped noticing the small things she did to keep the relationship alive. You took her presence for granted, and that's when she began to see that maybe she deserves more. Relationships are meant to evolve, but if one person is growing and the other is stagnant, resentment begins to build. She'll leave to continue her own growth. She tried to communicate, to fix things, to bring back the connection, but you didn't see it, and by the time you do, it's too late. If this video spoke to you, let this be a warning. Don't wait until she's gone to realize what you had. Don't wait until her silence is the loudest thing in the room. Love isn't about what you give when it's convenient. It's about what you give when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, when it matters. If you've learned something from this video, take a moment, reflect. Don't just nod your head and move on. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for more raw truths, real talk, and insights that'll make you think.